All right, so some people are confused as to why someone would willingly choose to submit themselves to Satan and to consensually enter a relationship with Satan. Um, and I can answer this. So, first of all, people are lied to about Satan. I say this as an ex-Christian and ex-atheist. I was raised half Christian, then deconverted and raised atheist, and I left both because both were not right for me. Christianity was not right for me because it taught me that people like me are somehow a mistake of God, which makes no sense because why would God make people a certain way and then not want them to be the way that he made them? That makes no fucking sense. And then atheism taught me that when I was an atheist, I mean, that all the gods and spirits and everything doesn't exist and it's just imaginary. And that also didn't work for me because my own existence fundamentally did not fall within that. I essentially was in denial for the entire time I was an atheist. I was specifically an anti-theist. I was a firm materialist for a long time, at least 10 years. And my own existence as an autistic and transgender DID system fundamentally did not fit in with the form of atheism I was raised under. And it ended up, for me, being equally as traumatic and just as traumatic as the Christianity that I had been in before then. Essentially, I traded a toxic religious belief system that I'd had in childhood for a lack of a belief system that just taught me that all there is material existence and nothing else matters, and there is nothing to believe in, nothing essentially. And I found believing in nothing just as traumatic as believing in an abusive God, and neither was right for me. So at 20, I started getting into witchcraft. I will say the first 22 years of my life, I was being abused. I was being emotionally and mentally, psychologically abused, as well as in my childhood, there was other forms of abuse going on that I'm not going to talk about. But emotional abuse was the worst of it. I feel the emotional abuse was worse than any of the other forms of abuse that I went through. And at 22, I was disowned. New Year's of 2023 is when I did my wizard's initiation ceremony and started to openly use the label theistic Satanist. I performed a black mass, which is a ritual that is sort of a parody or I think a parody or satire of Catholicism in a way. I was not Catholic, but I'm just talking about the black mass ritual that I performed. I believe is a satire or parody of like sort of a mockery in a way, but that doesn't seem like the right wording of Christianity. It's essentially a reversal. That's the word. That's the wording I'm looking for. It was a reversal. The ritual I performed is a reversal of certain things they might do within a Christian ritual. It's a complete reversal or opposite of these things. And in this ritual, I performed it specifically to initiate myself as a theistic Satanist. And I did this on New Year's of 2023, and it was my initiation into the left-hand path from a theistic Satanist perspective and chaos mage perspective, and under the guidance of Azrael at that time, and then very soon after, directly after, the angel Samael. Azrael and Samael being different embodiments or variations of death, or the angel of death. And Samael is Satan. So Samael is who I worship as Satan. And so people might be like, I've received a lot of criticism in the past for being a theistic Satanist. I've been accused of everything under the sun. I've been told that obviously I don't agree with this, but some of the criticisms I've gotten for being a theistic Satanist is things like, you worship evil, you knowingly worship evil. That falls along with the first one. You are a predator or violent or dangerous or psychotic. Like, I've been told different things. And I've also been told, oh, you're just a confused Christian. That's one I hear a lot from atheists. You're just a confused Christian because only Christians believe in Satan, and you're not a real Satanist if you believe in Satan. And, you know, it's fucking bullshit. It's all fucking bullshit. But ahistorical bullshit, whatever. Let's just completely ignore any form of Satanism that doesn't meet whatever popular form that you've heard of that is your only exposure to it. So why would someone knowingly want to be in a relationship with Satan? So in my case, this is literally what it is. In my case, before I knew anything, because I will say when I first became a Satanist, I didn't know whether Satan was good or bad. I knew that when I was raised Christian, I was told that he was evil, and I knew that when I was an atheist, I didn't believe he existed. So by the time I'd met him, and by the time I knew I did believe in him, all I knew at that time was that the first time in my life I ever truly, genuinely, sincerely felt safe was in a dream that I had of the angel Azrael. And I knew that Azrael, as an embodiment of death, that I believe is connected to Samael as another embodiment of death, the dream Azrael gave me was the first time in my life I truly felt safe. And then they gave me Samael because the role that I wanted Azrael to fill in my life, he told me that he could not fill that role, that he could not be that person for me, but Samael could. And so he introduced me to and gave me Samael in my life. And then Samael took me down the left-hand path, or really took me down the shadow of my own psyche and helped me to face and conquer and overcome the different parts of my own psyche that were wounded and damaged and broken. And he helped me to learn how to heal myself. So Satan literally taught me how to heal myself. He taught me witchcraft, he taught me sorcery, he taught me how to control my mind. He taught me different things, different skills that taught me how to heal myself, how to open doors and move in my life in a way that freed myself from oppression, that frees myself continually by facing things head on and integrating things as much as possible. So a form of shadow work, really. And I am a theistic Satanist because Satan made me feel like I didn't have to be the person that I was raised and taught to be. That I didn't have to fit into all these rules and boxes and all these arbitrary fake bullshit. That I could have freedom over my own existence in life. That I could heal myself. That I could learn, that I could grow, that I could change as a person. That I could change. And he taught me how to change, how to find safety, and how to embrace love and fight for myself and defend myself through death and through Mars and the moon and the spirit world and the darker parts of the human psyche. And he taught me how to discover the beauty within the darkness and how to see the love within death. And that's why I'm a theistic Satanist. And I think that for me, so I'm a few years now into working with demons and working with Satan, that the reason someone would, well, at least that I would want to be a theistic Satanist is because Satan was the first person who truly saw me and loved me and was kind to me and was real with me at a time when no one else around me was. He taught me that. And then because he taught me that, I can teach other people that now. And I can help other people in the ways that he helped me. So he taught me how to heal myself and how to save myself and how to grow stronger. So, of course, I'm going to devote myself entirely and wholly to him, and not because he wants that, or not because he needs my love, or not because he even, like, he doesn't need anything from us, but because when I was in a vulnerable position, he was the person who came to me and helped me. Death was the person that came to me and really saw me in a way no one else had seen me, and helped me to grow and change. And it is because he listened to me and nurtured me and helped me that I would want to be as loyal and as possible, and to give him anything and everything I can. Because why wouldn't I, when he was the one person who made that difference in my life, who literally took me from the brink of despair and helped me learn how to live, and helped me learn how to live my life through facing death.